Why, aloha! It's Eric and Julie Zemelis with
365 Hawaii and also 365 Kona. Look at our cool new news desk.
Yes, it's our new picnic table, freshly painted.
Right, and look at the view behind us. And
Yep.
that's what we're going to be talking today about views.
Yes, restaurants with views. Now, this is not necessarily the best food. This is more about, but let me back up. There is some really, really, really good food at the places we went to, but it's also about what the ambiance and how close they are to the ocean and what it's like.
Right.
And so we sort of picked the ones that we feel are the most, our favorites, right?
Right,
For what it is.
The ones with, what we call it spectacularness, that you can go there and know that you're having a very special Hawaii experience, right?
Right, and we get this asked all the time, so we figured we'd do a video to show you guys.
Yeah.
So we took you along and we looked at them, we went inside them, we ate at a couple of them. It was during the day, so some of them were a little harder to get into, but in terms of that we're actually running, there's some of them are only nighttime places. But all in all, hopefully you get a chance to see why we consider these such good places to be.
Right, and if you go, take photos because they're beautiful. So you guys, yesterday I have to admit, it was one of the funner days I've actually had in a long time.
Of course it is. Going from restaurant to restaurant is not a bad deal.
And it was such a gorgeous day yesterday too. It's just, in fact, as you can see in the video, it's just my chest, I think, was getting pinker and pinker. I ended up with a pretty bad sunburn by the end.
Yeah.
But starting from the coffee shack in the morning with the coffee, and then going down the coast as the day progressed, and having lunch down up in the Mauna Lani area, and then coming back to Kona for sunset. I don't know if you can have a better day.
I don't know. I got tired yesterday. I don't know what you're talking about, but it was definitely fun. So I'm glad we were able to take you guys along on this fun journey today.
Yeah.
Okay, so our first one today is the Coffee Shack, and it is not a traditional restaurant that we would consider with the beach and the ocean right there, but the view is so epic that it was worth going to, and you'll see that in the shots, that it just, you've got this huge panoramic view of Kealekekua Bay, so it was definitely very good to go to. Do you have anything else on that one?
Damn good cup of coffee, and like I said,
cheesecake
the cheesecake
is really awesome.
But everyone who always talks about the coffee shack will talk about also they have huge portions. Their sandwiches are this big, but everyone who also says anything about that restaurant, it's always about the view. Are at the Coffee Shack located in Kealekekua, Hawaii, and if you have your coffee and breakfast here, look at that beautiful view behind us of Kealekekua Bay. We can't eat at every single restaurant we visit today, but you can't come to the Coffee Shack without getting some of their lilikoi cheesecake. Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you have not had lilikoi cheesecake, this is the place to come and get it.
All right, let's talk about Magic's Grill. Wow, I will say this, Magic's is my favorite, and of course the food is outstanding. But again, they are right on the, you can watch the guys body surf within like 20 feet of where you're at, and the waves crash right next to it. So that, by far, being so close to all those people makes it very cool.
Canoe House. Hey, so I mentioned it in the film, but I'll mention it again here. That when you're sitting there and the sun is setting into the ocean, and you've got the palm trees swaying, and you're looking across a white sand beach with the green lawn too, with the tiki torches, it's just such a piece of paradise. And then also on the other side of the Mauna Lani Hotel is the Halani restaurant, and at night it's called the Ha Bar. And again, you're looking out over the pool and the beach and the ocean, all very beautiful.
Oh yes, and the food is outstanding there too.
So here we are at the Canoe House at the Mauna Lani Auberge Resort, and we have to say that this is one of our favorite restaurants, and the view, especially at sunset, is spectacular. It's so spectacular that the reservations to get in here are booked really far in advance. So if you want to think about coming here, you definitely want to get on that sooner than later. And being here at sunset with the palms blowing, oh, it's great, and the food is excellent, excellent.
Okay, with all this running around for lunch, we actually stopped at Napua, which I don't know if a lot of people know about. It's kind of tucked away, definitely. It's in the Mauna Lani area, a little bit south of the Mauna Lani, and it has its own little beach there. And it's hard to get in there from the outside. But the food there, of course, is quite good. And you've got, you've got a great view of this beach right in front of you with a sailboat out in the bay, and it's really a good spot. And open dining, all kinds of great things.
Yeah, in fact, one of my favorite places, I think, to have a glass of wine is at Napua, because when the sun is shining on Mauna Lani Bay and the sun is beating on that white sand beach, and again, you're looking out over a big lawn, and that catamaran in the middle of the bay, it just makes it. If you love Jimmy Buffett, sitting in that restaurant looking out over that view, you are in heaven. And the Kohala Mountains are in the very back of the whole thing.
And the other side, you see Maui across the way. So
yeah, it's just, I love it too. So we decided to stop for lunch and actually eat something at Napua, which is located in the Mauna Lani Resort area, and it's got a beautiful view of the ocean, and we are going to take a look at some of the footage we've already shot already today and add more, and this is a beautiful spot to just chill out halfway through this adventure.
We've got Lava Lava Beach Club.
Now you have to say it like this. Lava Lava Beach Club!
Julie Julie definitely likes it. They do a really great job with their Instagram flair, I would say, is what they've got going on.
It is social media paradise with all the fun little things you can take your photos with, and the games out in the lawn area, and the bright colors and the surfboards and the aloha.
And I think they're about as close to the water as you can.
Yeah, the fact that you can also put your feet in the sand, right?
Yeah.
And the view of the bay is beautiful, especially, again, I love when you can put a catamaran in the middle of a bay, and then you can have your food and your drinks and your sunset. It's all there at Lava Lava Beach Club. Okay, so Lava Lava Beach Club is really well known because they're right on the beach. They're up here in the Waikoloa Resort area, and they've got all kinds of fun little things that you can take photos of, and the view of the bay from here is spectacular and a great place to watch sunset.
So our next one is Papacona's, and they are right downtown, right jutting out on the point there, and the waves break close to that one too, and it's always fun to watch the guys on a little bigger wave surfing day go boogie boarding past the side of the restaurant there. And of course, I enjoy their food. Their food is quite good too, but all in all, a nice place.
Yeah, and it's got a wraparound whole like lanai area, so there's plenty of view seating, you could say.
Yeah.
So, and also they have live music a lot of the night, so you're listening to some LT Smooth or some Vibe, and you're listening to the chatter of everyone around you, and in the morning, like I mentioned in the video, the dolphins. And it's that you get to see all the hubbub of all the cool things that are happening in downtown Kailua, Kona, and then also you get your beautiful palm trees swaying too. about Kohala Coast is not only is the view beautiful, it is. If you come in the morning, there's a good chance you're going to see dolphins flipping around out here in the bay. And at night, like Eric has behind him the diamonds going on the ocean right now, and then watching a sunset across. Just, oh my God, you guys, I love this place because of the palm trees too. So palm trees, dolphins, sparkling ocean, and you're right downtown Kona. Pretty cool.
Okay, so our next one is Huggo's on the Rocks, but there's also Huggo's, which is next door to Huggo's on the Rocks, for all you don't know. They're both good, but Huggo's on the Rocks actually has, you put your feet in the sand and it's a little bit more relaxed and tasty all at the same time.
Yep, and you can't beat the Mai Tais at happy hour, and again, the music, and you're right there with the ocean in front of you. You guys will see in the video that that's a great place to watch sunset, and again, you're downtown Kona, so you're in the mix, and in terms of location, and the ocean, and the sand, and it's not totally crazy like it can be up the coast.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good restaurant too.
Yeah, and I'll say this, we started coming here in 2005, and this was one of the first places that we went to, and it was kind of fun. We hadn't been there in a little while.
And one of those places that I've written about for the top 10 things you should do on the Big Island is go put your feet in the sand at Huggo's on the Rocks. So now we're at Huggo's on the Rocks, which is one of those things that you have to do at least once in your life in Hawaii. Feet in your sand, drink in your hand, sun behind you, sound of the water bouncing around the rocks. This is quintessential Hawaii as well. Music starts, seriously, you're on your happy hour high, and like this view.
Okay, so you got a chance to see what we thought was our favorites, and by all means, this is not all of them. We've just picked a few to get started. These are sort of the things, and if you guys like this and want to see more of this, we can continue on, and there's some more places that we can go to. But the question is also, what are you guys? What are your favorites, right? Why don't you leave them in the comments below? And again, of course, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.
And that little bell.
That special little smash it bell will be like every other YouTuber. Hey, hit that smash it bell, guys, go!
And also, we always remind you that we sponsor our own videos. So your sponsor message is that as we are lifestyle experts, we also have a website that you can go to learn more about living here at movetohawaii365.com. And go ahead, and if you want to join our 365 Ohana and get a chance to sit at this table when we have a little bit of some fun events, please do so. And we really appreciate you guys being part of our Ohana on the videos for 365 Hawaii as well.